so I'm going to start my warm up with 5 squats, alright? Just taking it easy. 4, 5, then I'm going to do 5 jumping jacks. Alright, and then I'm going to walk out twice. So on my hands, okay, bend your knees if you need to, walk out on your hands, walk back, all the way up, same again, walk out, walk back. Okay, back to the start. I'm going to do 8 squats this time. Did 5 first time. This time I'm going to do 8. That's me halfway through, keeping my chest up, sitting back. 2 more I think. Last one. Great, then I'm going to do 15 jumping jacks. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, now I'm going to do 3 walkouts, okay? So just do them at your own pace. Get my shoulders loose. Okay? Working my spine, working my core muscles. There's 2 for me, over a go. Alright, 2 more rounds in this warm up. Now we're going to lift it to 10 squats, 20 jumping jacks, 5 walkouts, okay? So a couple more times through and we'll do that, right? So we're on 10 squats now. Just trying to keep your chest up. Trying to sit your hips back so the weight is in the mid part of your foot or your heels. Try not to have your knees coming in or the knees going too far out, just tracking over your toes. I've lost count because I was talking about the form. I'm going to do 1 more. Great, jumping jacks now. We'll do 20, 4, 5, 6. Just stay in a nice rhythm. Getting nice and warm. Good. Okay, now 5 walkouts. Can you feel my shoulders getting warmed up, which is good. Last one. Alright, shake my legs out a bit. Last warm up set then, okay? So we're squatting down. Chest is up. 4 and 5. Okay, jumping jacks. 20. Now if this is a bit much, just take a few reps off each move. Do the movements, but maybe do 6 or 7 squats still, 10 or 15 jumping jacks, and you can maybe just walk out and hold a plank rather than walking in and out, okay? So just a couple of options for us. Okay, so we could get into our plank. Just hold it here for 10 or 15 seconds. Maybe come down, have a wee rest. Go back up for another 10 or 15. Okay, if we're feeling like it's a bit much going through the shoulders for a warm up. I'm going to do 1 more. Finish up. Good. Right, warm up finished. Let me just check, make sure technically Everything's working with the live stream. Technology's not been my friend the last couple of weeks, so let me just check. We're still live, aren't we? Superb. Superb. Righty-ho, here's the workout then folks, here's what we're going to do. Good warm up done. The warm up is, we're going to do a squat and a squat jump, alright, that's the first movement, and I'll take each movement in order. We've got 5 that we're going to do. We'll be working one at a time, having a little rest, so we'll do the first movement and then in the rest periods I'll let you know what's coming next. But the circuit that we're going to do it 4 times through, 4 times through. It's a 5 move circuit. Alright, so we'll move on to the first one now. So we're going to do, let me just show you, we've not started yet. You're going to squat down, okay, and then you're going to do a little squat jump. Alright, so 1 squat, 1 little squat jump. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, if the squat jump is a bit too much for you at the moment, then just take the jump out. Alright, and just squat. Normal squat, squat back down, little jump. You can see I'm not jumping, I'm not jumping my absolute highest off the ground. Just a little bit, just to generate a little bit of power to make that normal bodyweight squat a little bit more challenging in time. Alright, so you'll feel if you did that, you'll feel the difference in your thighs versus just doing 30 seconds of bodyweight squats only, okay? Next move we're going to go into a sit up. So you're lying on your back. Okay, feet flat there. You can have your hands wherever you want. Alright, and I'm just going to sit all the way up. Let's go. So I'll have my hands across my chest to start with. Coming all the way through, controlling the movement, lying back on the mat to get the full stretch and then driving through and breathing out as I come up. If I can, keep that breathing, okay? Just breathing out with the effort. Another 10 seconds in, folks. There we go. There we come, breathe, right, so. That was move 2, sit-ups, 30 seconds, done. We're going to lunge next, but we're going to break it up a little bit differently to how we normally do them. Usually in my workouts I'll do alternate legs, alright? This time I'm going to do my right leg first. I'm just going to keep doing them on my right leg, alright? So 30 seconds of right leg lunges, go. So step forward on my right, push back up, okay? And you can see it's just all done on my right. Hands on my hips just to keep them out the mischief. Kick the dumbbell behind me. It's not putting me off though. Step through, step back, okay? From the side, take a step, back knee down, come back to the start. Nice and upright from here up the way. Just working through time. Working through that front glute. So, that felt right. Hopefully it felt okay for you. As always, I've got a structure for the workout. If you need to take a breather to shake the legs out, shake the arms out, whatever, it's absolutely fine. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is the left leg. So same as before, nice and upright. So I'm going to be working this front glute as a step in. This one here is I drive my foot into the ground to come back up, okay? Let's go, hands on hips again. All with the left. Just the left. Now I've got a mirror here. I'm looking at myself in the mirror here. And my hair, my lockdown hair is superb. I might need to go for the skinhead time, I might need to go for the all over. We'll see. How long till hairdressers are open back up again, folks? Yeah, that's it's a $1 million question. We're going to do mountain climbers. Mountain climbers is move 5. Then you'll have them all. Squat and squat jump, sit-ups, right leg lunge, left leg lunge, mountain climbers to finish, okay? So a mountain climber is down on the ground, 3, 2, 1, go. So we're supporting our shoulders, then just one leg at a time. You can sprint them if you like, or you can be nice and deliberate with it. And I'm going to leave that up to you as long as the line is good, which is a straight line from my shoulders down to my hand to support me, and a nice straight line through my spine, down through my hips, all the way to my ankles. So I'm not up too high, then I'm not too low. If I was too low, my knee would just bang off the ground, okay? Time. So those are the movements, folks. We know them. That's one round through, one down. Little sip of water as a reward. 3 more circuits to go. And let's increase the timing a little bit to increase the challenge. Are you ready to squat? Let's go. So down for a bodyweight 1 only. Squat down again. Jump. Go. Now try and catch my squat on softer knees. What I mean is I jump and then I land. If you want to get reset, then jump. That's fine. But as you jump out, try and just cushion it a little bit with the knees. If I land up jarred, straight knees, it's not always the best thing. So we want to just help ourselves by cushioning our fall. Time. Shake the legs out. That really does. That wakes the legs up. Mixing in a squat jump. That is for sure. We're going to do our sit-ups next. Really working at the kind of classic six-pack muscles, the rectus abs, abdominals right on the front. They're the ones that curl our trunk up. Let's go. So we use different parts of your core when you're doing things like a plank, or when you're doing mountain climbers, or if we're doing a rotational movement like a Russian twist, or maybe we're on our side, we're doing a side plank. All the various parts of your core will come into play. But the classic sit-up, and why it's so popular, that's time, is because it really recruits the muscles on the front. The six-pack, don't know why I'm using inverted commas, but let's go with it. Six-pack. So if you work those muscles enough, you've got a low enough body fat, then you see a little bit of definition there. Lunge in off my right, go. Back knee goes towards the ground, press my foot into the ground. Keep at it, keep strong. Keep your chest up, down, drive through and back in time. Okay. The lunges are easier than the squat jumps, squat and squat jump, I think. That's how I feel anyway. I don't know if you would agree with that at home, but by doing both squatting and lunging, and moving on my left leg, go by doing squats and lunges. We're hitting all the big muscle areas in our legs, which is good. We get the quads on the front getting worked, and our big glute muscles at the back, and a little bit of hamstring getting worked as well. Last one, and time. So on all of our workout, okay, for us tonight, on the legs, on the core, and our shoulders are working to support when we do our mountain climbers, so they're getting a little bit of activity as well. Right, we're ready to mountain climber. Let's do it this way. Let's mix it up a bit. 3, 2, 1, into position and go. Right. As I said before, slow and controlled, or more of a forced sprint. That's fine. It's getting a bit too much for us, just hold the plank, hold your high plank here. Alright, if mountain climbers are a little bit ahead of where you're at the moment, if you're building towards your mountain climbers, then you can hold a plank, or maybe do the first 10 seconds of mountain climbers, and then the last little bit time. The last little bit holding a plank to try and bridge that gap and build up. Always try and build towards. Do a little bit more each time. Okay, I'm gassing away here and the workout's going by in a flash. We've got 2 rounds done. We've got 2 rounds left to do, so at the halfway mark, no half time break unfortunately. Just a sip of water and then into our squats. Let's go. 1, little jump. Let's go. Just using my arms for balance. Keeping them breathing. And my legs are burning now. And we've still got about 10 seconds left, so I'm now working through fatigue. I'm getting comfortable with the fatigue on my legs, and I'm still pushing through. And jump and land. Time. So again, learning what your body can do. Trying not to stop the second something gets a little bit burning. That's just going to let us work all the muscle fibres rather than just stopping. Whilst it's easy for our muscles, let's do sit-ups. As it gets burning, those are the good quality reps that are going to force your body to adapt. Recruit more muscle fibre, and those muscle fibres that you use will break down a little bit. And then with good rest and good nutrition, they come back stronger. So the next time you do a workout, you can do a little bit more. Good, time to sit-ups. You might notice with the sit-ups, if you're doing more shorter range of movement crunch, you can go a bit faster. When you're doing that lovely full range of movement sit-up, it just takes a bit longer to do, but you're working your core muscles the whole time. So don't worry, right, lunge on the right. Don't worry if you're thinking, well usually I do sets of 200 crunches, and they're just now adjusted 11 sit-ups. It's about the quality of the work you're doing. And it's range of motion, which is something I talk about all the time. The fuller your range of motion is, the more muscles you're going to recruit. The harder it is for your body, the better it is. So you might not get as many time. You might not get as many, but you're going to get better quality, and it's going to help you in the long run anyway. So let's really try and use proper full range of motion wherever we can. And it's very seldom that I'll reduce a range of motion. Sometimes I will, because sometimes it is effective, but most of the time I'm asking you to try and go through the full range at your disposal. Lunge off your left. So the full range for me is all the way down to my knee touches really and then back. A shorter range on this lunge would be here to here for me. And that's fine if we're building up to the lunge. If we've not got a full lunge yet, but if we have, we really want to get all the way down there. And when you get tired, your range of motion, it will shorten. Subconsciously, you just won't go as far, so you really got to force yourself to go all the way down, even when we're tired. Because as I say, it will just naturally shorten up for you. It's your body's way of trying to help itself. Time. So it's not necessarily you being lazy. Your body will just do it to you, so you really got to concentrate. which is tough when you're breathing out your backside and your legs are on fire. I get that. We'll try and focus if we can. Right, we're going to do mountain climbers. 3, 2, let's go. Now we'll be done with 3 rounds after this. Remember, weight forward if we're further behind our hands, if there's a bit of a forward angle here with our shoulders, let's really just try and address that and cover weight forward. Yeah, it's more challenging, but it's good technique, it's working the muscles, and it's challenging your core and your shoulders to work harder, which is what we want. Time. 3 rounds done. I feel like I'm really yakking a lot here. Yapping or yakking is when you're, man, that's spewing, isn't it? I'm not sick. I'm not vomiting. Yapping is what we'll do. Right, yapping I will do. Nonsense. Right, squat again. Last time. Bodyweight squat, into it, jump out, and then get a nice rhythm. How many can we do? Come on. Keeping my head and my chest up. I'm actually looking up to force myself to keep the right posture. I'm not dipping down here. I'm looking down. I'm looking up. I'm using all my leg muscles. They're burning. We've still got 10 seconds left. Up. Up. Last one. Drive and land. Right, this is good. Sit-ups now. Five seconds. Go. Up we come. Keep working those stomach muscles, folks. Halfway through. Last few seconds, get a couple more in. Time. Alright. We're lunging next. Funnily enough, when I said the word lunge there, I could feel the muscles in my glutes tensing up. Just at the thought of it, at the mind muscle connection of the thing. Right, lunging off my right leg and we get our off skate. This is where all the squats and the squat jumps and the lunges are catching up. So really focus on your technique, your step, the distance, and then going down with that back knee and driving back. So don't get all wobbly and go all forward because you'll lose your balance. Take your step, back knee goes down. Hands on hips for balance. Hands by your sides for balance is fine. Cross your chest works as well. Whatever. One more, come on. Drive, good. Little short rest and we'll go straight into the left leg lunges. And it's the last time we're doing that, okay? One set lunges, one set mountain climbers and we're done. Let's go, chest up, step, drive. How many you got? I'm really going to push the pace a bit and just tap in and go in. Halfway through, this is where I regret my decision to go fast. Yep, burning. Chest up, breathe. And breathe. Right, time. Mountain climbers. Last thing we're doing, let's go. Last move of the workout. Keep breathing. Keep working that core. Strong shoulders. Having to work hard now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Good. Lovely little circuit there. Good. Definitely work my legs. Some good quality work into the core. My breathing was up. Definitely warm, definitely sweating. But it burned some good energy as well. Perfect. Right. Just letting my legs recover a little bit before we stretch, alright? Another 15 seconds, then we'll stretch out. I'm going to stretch my quads. If you want to grab something to hold on to, then I'm going to pull my feet up, okay? Right. Start with my right leg. Even when we're stretching, don't switch off, still concentrate. Be nice and upright and tall. Have your hips forward. Try and get a nice stretch all the way from your knee running up to the front of your hip here. Stretching those muscles out. Right. Switch sides. Heel comes up behind you. Keep breathing. Heart rate's coming back down to normal again. Relax out of that. Okay. This time we're going to get a stretch on my lower back and my hamstrings, okay? So I'm just going to let my head hang, slowly rounding my back, keeping my legs straight, adjust my feet a little bit. Curling, 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 curling. Okay, and then just lowering my hands towards my toes. You can feel the release in my lower back. My hamstrings are getting lengthened out, hamstrings coming from the bottom of your glute muscles and your bum here running down to behind your knees. So when you're doing a hamstring stretch, you might feel a bit of tightness behind the knees where it's attaching, or a good bit of tension all the way up. Just depends on your own mechanics and your own flexibility. Right, 5 more seconds. Now take a deep breath in and stand up as we exhale. Roll up nice and slow. Good stuff. Right, folks. Great workout.